actually going to make the stuffing in this case, but if you have leftover stuffing, by all means, just use that. So this is basically 2 boxes of the traditional like chicken or turkey flavored stuffing, and you want to prepare it according to package directions. So the directions in this case call for some water and some butter, and I'm just going to let that butter and water come to a boil, and then I'm going to add my dry stuffing mix. Hey, that's right, I almost forgot. I promised you pictures, so I have a few pictures I wanted to show you from over the weekend. Took some great pictures of a couple of things. First of all, I have some pictures. My daughter Ireland was in the High School Musical over the weekend, and she's growing up. She's a sophomore in high school, and here she is. The musical was called Anything Goes, put on by her high school, Notre Dame, in Green Bay, and the story is about shenanigans that take place on a cruise ship. It's just a really cute story, and so here she is with some of the other castmates, is dancing and singing. It was a really fun show. The cast did a great job, and so did the orchestra, so took some cute pictures. So very, very fun, exciting to be a proud mom and dad watching your daughter up on stage. If you've ever had that experience before, it's a really cool experience. Also had my first holiday book signing of the season and met the sweetest little lady. This is 4-year-old Jordan. She watches the show with Grandma all the time, so hopefully she's watching right now. Grandma says that she comes and gets Grandma in the kitchen and says, Amy's on, Amy's on. So I love that, and I think they're going to do some holiday baking together. So Jordan and Grandma and Mom and Jordan's brother, thanks for coming out to see me at Cook's Corner. Lots more holiday book signings still to come this season, so hope to see you there. Okay, so my butter and my water is boiling. At this point, I'm going to add my dried stuffing. Just turn off the heat, mix it in here, and then we'll fluff it with a fork when it gets all done. Okay. Okay, so this is a casserole, so I'm going to make a really nice creamy gravy that's going to work with the stuffing and the leftover turkey. So the recipe starts out with actually 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup. I am so getting excited for Thanksgiving. It's like, bring it on. Ready for the mashed potatoes and the stuffing and the holiday music, and got the Christmas tree up. Had some light issues yesterday. Is it just me? Does anybody else have light issues when you put up the Christmas tree? Yesterday, we like blew a circuit or something. I mean, like, it's a whole thing. It's just a whole thing. So anyway, but I'm happy to report, Ann, it's all good today. Now tonight it might be a whole other thing, so yikes. Usually it's like you get them all up on the tree and like one strand doesn't work, you know, and then you have to take them all off again. Oh my gosh, I did test them. We do test them. Of course I test them. Oh, Ann says you can avoid the whole thing altogether without putting the tree up. Oh, bah humbug. So anyway, the next week we're going to start doing some holiday decorating and give you some ideas of fun ideas you can do in your home. This year the theme is vintage in my house. Actually vintage, more vintage 50s, 60s. So I'm excited to see how it all comes together. Okay, so 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup, and then we're going to add to that some sour cream. I love using cream soups in a base of my casserole, but I want to take them to a whole nother level and have them have some really great flavor. So sour cream is one way to do that, to get rid of that canned soup taste. A little bit of dry white wine is another great way to, you know, just kind of take a casserole, the flavors of a casserole to a whole new level. And when it cooks, when it bakes, it'll boil, and the alcohol part will boil out, but you're just going to be left with some great flavor. And we're using Dora Peninsula's white wine, so just a little splash of that will do, and some milk. So we've got some Lamer's milk here. And you can get the full recipe for this on our website, by the way. This is one of my tried and true favorites. Some black pepper. Dried parsley. And a little bit of garlic salt. You're going to notice quite a bit of liquid in this casserole, and that's because we've got the stuffing on top, and I really want this to be, lots of gravy. So I'm going to use a whisk and whisk this together. Next week we have some really fun things planned. I know 'tis the season after Thanksgiving starts all that great holiday baking. So we have all sorts of fun cookie recipes and candy recipes and decorating recipes, all sorts of really wonderful holiday recipes. Lots of fun new shows. It all starts Monday, our holiday season. They're going to be decorating our kitchen set here for the holidays, so super excited about that. Okay, and in goes now our leftover turkey. So whatever you have, 2 to 3, 4 cups of leftover turkey. Shred it, dice it up, chunk it up, however you want to do it. This recipe also works great with chicken. So if you've got a rotisserie chicken, you want to shred that up, you could use that. But I got a big turkey this year, so I have a feeling we're going to have lots of leftovers. One of my favorites is just a really good turkey sandwich after Thanksgiving, like the next day. Ooh, love that. On those squishy rolls, you know, those really soft ones, a little bit of mayo and maybe some lettuce and tomato. Okay, so nice big casserole dish. And we're going to take our turkey mixture and get it into our dish. Smells delicious, the one in the oven. Tomorrow on the show, more things to do with all those leftovers. We're going to make a great big batch of Southwest turkey soup, which is actually really healthy. Okay, so let's fluff up our stuffing a little bit. And again, this is a perfect way to use leftover stuffing. So you're just going to kind of sprinkle the stuffing over the top. And then I've got some melted butter, some butter that I'm just going to melt to drizzle that over the top. You don't have to do that, but that's going to give these the stuffing a nice crispness. And by the way, if you have any great holiday recipes, we love hearing about them, so please share. Go to our website, tell us about your recipes. Who knows, we may even have you on the show. Come cook with me sometime. So it's always fun getting your recipes. So what I like to do is after I drizzle the butter over the top, park this in the fridge if you're making this ahead of time. Otherwise, bake it covered in foil for about 30 minutes and then uncover it so that the topping gets a little bit crispy. So this butter just gets drizzled over the top. And then again, this casserole gets covered with foil, bakes for about 30 minutes covered, and then uncovered the last 15-20 minutes until the top is bubbly and the top is nice and golden. Okay. Come back with me. This still has a little bit to go, so I think I'm going to let it bake a little bit longer and just leave it in there, and I'll show you what it looks like in just a bit. But man, does it smell fantastic, and it really is kind of a taste of Thanksgiving. And we'll put the recipe on our website. Coming up, some last-minute other ideas for Thanksgiving. We've got some fun gift ideas. We're making the cutest ever Pilgrim cupcakes, a spiced cider that we're going to be doing, and cranberry honey muffins, too. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back.